armies, enemies, the populace. I love them all. Solitude. The very thought is repulsive. If I have to know myself, shall we start? I must have my youth. I'm trying to recapture my youth. Moments when I had handed out pain. Moments when I had slaughtered enemies. Moments when I had razed hostile cities to the ground. Made my queens writhe in pain and demanded that they love and make love to me in gratitude. But why do I think of those moments now, Shanishta? Why do moments of torture, tears and blood seem priceless?
So it was my tears that attracted you.
Have I upset you? You won't hold it against me, will you? I blurted it out because I hunger for them again. But you won't hold it against me, will you? Will you abandon me?
I have given myself to you. There is no going back.
Sharmishta, where is Puru? Why isn't he back? He must be celebrating his youth, his chance to rule the world. He has Rakshasa blood in his veins. You know that? How could we have trusted him? The sight of me fills him with repugnance.
Please calm yourself. Shall I go look for him?
No, no, don't leave me alone.
Who is there? Swarna?
Yes, madam.
Where is the prince? Have you seen him?
He is in the outer courtyard, sir. He seems to be on his way here.
What is he waiting for? Does he expect to be welcomed with conch shells and drums? Tell him, ask him to come in here.
The prince seemed a little agitated, sir. He was in consultation with the Chief Minister.
Chief Minister. Here I am on a bed of burning coals, and he hangs around confabulating. Tell him that I ordered him to come in. But so soon. Why is Purvac so soon? Didn't he get to meet Shukracharya? Has he come back empty-handed? What then shall we show? What do I do now? What do I do? What do I do now? What happened, Guru? Why are you so late?
By the time I reached the Shambhu shrine, the revered Shukracharya had left with his daughter. A disciple was waiting for me. He gave me the message.
What message? Has the curse been lifted?
In recognition of the fact that you saved Devyani from starving to death in the well, Shukracharya has relented and said the curse of instant decrepitude will not have its effect.
It will not. Has he lifted the curse then?
The curse will not have its effect on you if a young man agrees to take it upon himself and offers his youth to you in exchange.
That is good news. That is good news indeed. So I don't lose my youth. Thank God. What a relief. So you see, Sharmishta, you wanted me to accept the curse as though that was the end of everything. But even a dotard like Shukracharya can see the reason. Why are you looking so gloomy? Aren't you happy that I have escaped a fate which is worse than death? Don't you have any happiness or joy at my escape from the blight? Why are you silent? Tell me, am I doing something wrong?
The question, Father, is who will accept the curse from you?
Oh, that. Surely there won't be men who will not step forward to accept their king's will. They are my people. They love me. Surely there will be someone to accept the curse.
Why should they? Why should they bring upon themselves the scourge you have brought upon yourself? Please, sir, let us not look around for the fool or the yogi who is seeking holy martyrdom. Just go.
Go! You are out of your mind. You want me to spurn the hand Shukracharya has extended and crawl into my funeral pyre? You want me to be dependent on you, don't you? You trapped me once. And you want me to stay trapped, clinging to you for survival. Woman, will you never give up your demonic machinations? Get out of my sight! Out!
Father!
You keep quiet. This conniving barbarian.
Could you please leave us, madam?
Let me be here.
Please, do me a favor. Please.
Yes. What do you want to say?
It is not a question of what I want to say. It is a question of fact.
What fact?
No one is willing to accept the curse. Your curse.
No one? What do you mean by no one? The subjects for whom I have faced 1,000 deaths.
They say they have seen you with the joy you thereby end. And actually even someone pointed out that they have paid taxes and tributes for your services.
Someone actually dared say that. And you didn't get them publicly lashed for their insolence. Ask the soldiers. They are trained to give their life for me.
I suppose it would have been easier if I were offering them death rather than decrepitude.
Their kith and kin will be looked after. They will live like royalty, not just riches Puru. Let them think of the glory and fame. The world will look up to them with reverence.
Or perhaps laugh behind their backs.
Why? Are deeds of glory dead in this world? Has the world become so cynical, so corrupted, that there is no place for... I'm not trying to shun old age, Guru. I'm not that foolish. I know it is inevitable. But let me have my normal term of youth. I shall get back whatever comes with it after a few years.
I offered all that.
Still they didn't believe you, they didn't trust your word.
Trust, glory, sacrifice. Who was there to discuss the big words with? They refused to talk to me or even to listen, as though mere listening would fetter them to some unknown commitment. They even retreated as I approached them, as if I was offering them play.
I don't believe it. They are here to welcome you, their next sovereign.
All that was before Devyani met her father. The drama was acted out for the thousands assembled outside. The weeping and the cursing was there for everyone to see. Not many could have heard what was said. You know how it is. As I stepped out, I could almost see business snaking through the crowds. Then they see me rushing about in desperate search of Shukracharya. That must have confirmed their worst fears. All you know, by now, the malediction would have transformed itself into the curse of death.
What do I do now, Puru? What am I to do? Go and talk to Shukracharya and try to convince him. Go.
Why don't you do?
Why don't I do what?
Do as mother suggests.
Mother? What mother?
Sharmishta, take her advice, accept the inevitable.
So, Don't go on as though you cannot understand. It is the crushing suddenness of it not being given a chance. Don't you see the arbitrariness of it all? To be hurled into an unchangeable future without warning, without a chance to redeem one's own pledges to life. You can stumble down on a road without lights, Guru. But to go on and on and on where there is no hope, that's unthinkable.
There is a person willing to take on the curse.
There is. Then why didn't you say so?
A worm aspiring to outdo the eagles.
Shut up, you fool! I refuse to talk to you!
Where is he gone? What happened, Guru?
Before I answer that question, can I ask you something?
Yes?
Before I came here, I had heard a lot of unkind tales about you. How you had managed this palace into a noxious pit for those who living in it. And I came here raring to meet you, to join your rebellion against this stuffy palace. And what do I see? You love him. You actually love father. I had never imagined a person could be capable of that. And you are offering to share his wretched fate. I don't understand.
I suppose it's a little bizarre. And even your father finds it so. But I don't know whether I'll make sense.
I could try.
All he has to do to get out of this situation is to let go of me. Send me away. But he won't think of it.
This is what morting must feel like. Can I ask a favor of you?
Yes?
Could you please ask Chitralega to come in here? I want her here.
Of course I will. But tell me what happened to your father. He wouldn't even look at me.
There is a person willing, indeed keen, to take on the curse. But father was not ready to listen to the name. In point of fact, I didn't even need to mention the name.
Who is it?
Me.
No, you can't. That is utter stupidity. Guru, the desire for self-sacrifice is a rank perversion.
I want to root myself back in my family. I want to realize the vision that drove my ancestors.
What about Chitralekha?
I am like an infant on the brink of birth. Please, don't shove me back with that name.
What is it, Guru?
The curse, mother. The spells of soul. Immanent birth.
hearts were thundering. They suddenly fell silent and woke me up.
Thousands have gathered out there.
Yes, and then all so silent. In my city, only 10 have to come together. And there is a riot. You can't even imagine what it would be like with this many.
Our crowds can be boisterous too.
Then why are they so quiet? I was wondering, let's forget it. Customs can be so varied. But do you know what I found in this chamber?
Where did you find that?
Here, beside the leg of the bed. Isn't this the pendant from the marriage thread of the Bharata queens? I had seen so many paintings of it, heard so many descriptions, had always wanted to possess it, but never thought it would come my way in this fashion.
Please don't ask me anything about it, madam. I don't know how
That's
to...
all right. What is your name?
Swarnalata.
I had a maid of that name back home. A very nice person. Witty, alert, and active.
Well, then, the name is obviously the only thing we have in common.
I'm sure not. But it's a comfort to have someone with a familiar name. Makes one feel at home. Would you mind if I call you Swanu?
Please, madam, no. Anything but that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's just...
This stillness. So many thousands. Standing in frozen silence. Waiting for something. For what? It has something to do with the curse of Shukracharya. Doesn't it?
Oh, you have heard about it. I wasn't informed. Yes, it has.
Pushpa, my personal maid from my mother's house. She told me about it. At first I was distressed of course. But not for long. After all, I belong to the Bharata family now. Their problems are mine too.
I wish the problems had waited a little longer.
I suppose everyone out there has heard of these problems too? And therefore the silence?
Why don't you rest, madam? I'll come again a little later.
More rest? If you leave me now, I shall have no company. Except of course, for this pendant. Tell me, is it true that Pushpa and my other maids have been sent out to see the illuminations in the city?
No, madam. They have been housed in the eastern wing of the palace.
How far is it? Would they hear me if I call them out?
No, they won't.
I thought so.
I shouldn't worry about them, madam. If you come and stand in this corner, I can show you the famous landmarks of the city.
No thanks. I've tried that earlier. But my eyes kept returning to their faces. They looked so eerie in the flickering light of the torches. Come, let's sit. Why don't you tell me a story instead?
Story? What story is there to narrate? It is all being acted out right in front of our eyes.
No. I meant tale of some distant land.
This is probably not the right time for it.
Why not?
Because it is your nuptial evening.
What's the connection?
After a point, everything that matters has something to do with nuptials.
Then let's talk of something else. You know about me. Probably more than I do. Why don't you tell me something about yourself?
Me? My story has only 2 lines.
You got married and then lived happily ever after?
The first line is correct. The second, perhaps. So far as I know, I got married. And then my husband left me and went away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nothing apocalyptic. He left me after 10 years of marriage.
Where did he go?
He got tired of life. Not that he was at home very often. He was His Majesty's charioteer, used to accompany His Majesty on his expeditions.
And? What's that? What's that for?
I shouldn't have agreed to this. I should have sent someone else. I didn't have the courage to face you, but I wanted to see you. I should have sent someone who had faith in all this.
What is wrong with you? Stop wailing. Stop it instantly. What were you supposed to tell me?
I will, madam. I will.
Stop whining, you silly woman. You're getting on my nerves now.
Curse me, madam. I don't mind. Not a soul offered to accept the king's curse. Then,
Yes?
one person.
Who was it?
Prince Puru, madam, your husband. He agreed to take on his father's old age. That's why these rivalries, madam, this flourish, this fanfare, these... Cry, madam. Don't hold back your tears. Nothing is more harmful than suppressed tears.
Cry? Why should I cry? I should laugh, I should cheer. Except that I have been so unfair to him. So cruelly unjust. I thought he was an ordinary man. What a fool I have been. How utterly blind. I am the chosen one. Which other woman has been so blessed? Why should I shed tears?
Perhaps I meant tears of joy. But why now? Why?
No. It is just as well. I don't know how long would I have been gone on being unfair to him. Now I only have my idiocy to blame. I'm so happy.
May that happiness last forever, madam. Oh, I forgot. I had come to inform you. The drums were to announce that the prince is on his way here.
Is he? How stupid of you! If only we hadn't made such a song and dance about it, I would have gone and thrown myself at his feet. He's here. Off you go. What are you doing?
There should be no lights in the first night of the nuptial chamber.
Leave a couple of them burning. I want to dazzle my eyes with his glory. He's here. Off you go.
I shall be waiting outside. Please call me if you need me.
Chitra.
Please relax, sir. The silly maid has plunged the room into darkness.
Chitra.